Hello, this is the trade site Forex market preview and international economic data roadmap for the week beginning Sunday, the 27th of March, 2016, and ending Friday, April 1st. April Fool's Day will be the end of the week. Hope you had a good trading week. Actually, did have a great trading week for Forex right up until Friday when the Good Friday holiday hit. Everything went flat and narrow. We only did half size. Probably shouldn't even be bothered trading at all. But it is what it is. That's also going to mess up because the ranges were so narrow there. The levels and spacing for Sunday's opening action and the calls we make there. So we'll see what that looks like and if there's anything to do. Here's a look at the dollar index. Obviously, kind of bounced for the week. Came back up every day except, again, Friday, pretty much flat there. So the euro is going to look like the inverse of that, of course. Headed lower. The pound dollar also headed lower in this case. The Aussie dollar a little bit lower, but it's been stronger than the others, I would say. Pound yen held pretty flat for the session overall, I would say. Not too many problems. Euro yen very flat for the whole week. And then the pound Swiss breaking near new lows. By the way, look at that 13 sell signal back in December. That was pretty much right on target for that, right? And then the New Zealand dollar pair, just because we like to look at it, just in case there's ever something to do there. Not really much here in this particular case. All right, here's the euro dollar. This is 30-minute candles, so you see the whole week. And range from high to low of the week was only 140 pips, so that's not great. All of our calls, I think, this week were in the pound dollar. And you can see how flat Friday and even Thursday were really not too eventful. On the other hand, here's the pound. High to low of the week is 400 pips, and that's part of why we did so well. We had several trades that carried over day after day. Monday was down. Tuesday was down pretty well. Wednesday was down more. Thursday was back and forth a little bit. And then Friday, like I said, nothing. So that's going to hurt the setups probably for this week. But we'll see what happens, or just for Sunday. All right, let's go through the calendar. Just be aware that even though the U.S. does not really do a bank holiday per se for Good Friday, stock market was closed here on Friday, but everybody else does bank holidays here on Monday. So probably not going to be a lot of action again Sunday going into Monday. So at best, we'll be half size if I can even find a setup with as tight as those ranges were, with the levels going to be tight together. Of course, PC price index in the U.S. starts the week off on Monday, along with the goods trade balance. It's not the trade balance number per se that we. It's one of our big three. It's a different number. Personal income and spending, pending home sales. Monday night, household spending and unemployment rate and retail sales out of Japan. Money supply out of Europe and private loans. The MPI and the IPPI out of Canada Tuesday morning. Consumer confidence out of the U.S. at 10 a.m. That can sometimes move the market. Fed chairwoman Yellen speaking. Building consensus out of New Zealand takes us basically into Wednesday after the industrial production number out of Japan, the preliminary one. UBS consumption indicator out of Switzerland. German preliminary CPI. Italian 10-year bond auction, not a big deal. ADP non-farm payroll data. Out of the U.S. Crude oil inventories at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time out of the U.S. on Wednesday, not a big deal. Consumer confidence out of the U.K. Wednesday evening. New home sales out of Australia, business confidence out of New Zealand, private sector credit out of Australia. Then things in terms of, we're already in a Thursday, but there's a lot of data left for the week. Here we go. Housing starts out of Japan, German retail sales, French consumer spending, French preliminary CPI, Spain's flash CPI, German unemployment change, current account GDP from the fourth quarter, along with net lending to individuals, index of services, M4 money supply, mortgage approvals, and revised business investment. All of that's out of the UK at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. CPI out of Europe, and then out of Italy. Challenger job cuts here in the U.S. GDP number, that's the final number for Canada for the fourth quarter, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time on the Thursday. Unemployment claims, that's the weekly number here in the U.S. Chicago PMI, natty gas, got some speeches. Thursday night, Japan's got their manufacturing and non-manufacturing tank and index numbers. China's got manufacturing and non-manufacturing PMI. Japan's got the final manufacturing PMI. We head into Friday finally. Commodity prices, nationwide HPI, retail sales, Spanish manufacturing PMI out of Switzerland. Everybody's manufacturing PMI, right? Italy, Germany, France, the broad European. Then the UK one, we've got the unemployment rate out of Europe at 5 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday. The U.S. unemployment rate also an hour before the stock market opens, 8:30 a.m. That's one of our big three on Friday with the non-farm payroll. So that'll be half size Thursday night going into that number. We don't like to trade against the big numbers. Final manufacturing PMI in the U.S. and the ISM manufacturing PMI, revised Michigan sentiment, construction spending, ISM manufacturing prices, total vehicle sales some point in time during the day, and then Fed member speaking. And then, by the way, next weekend, New Zealand and Australia have their time shifts. So what do we expect this week? How do we look at this overall? By the way, it's the end of the first quarter on Thursday. That's the end of March. Doesn't usually have a huge impact on Forex. Sunday going into Monday, will probably be very flat with most of the world bank holiday, except for the U.S. Very strange layout there. Tuesday looks a little light. Wednesday and Thursday start to pick up. Friday, we've got the big unemployment number here in the U.S., so we'll be half size ahead of that. Probably half size Sunday night, given the situation with the holidays, if we even make any calls. That's the week ahead. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal 12. If you've not taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks in the Forex market or whichever market you prefer. Take a look at our mentorship programs as well. Have a great trading week.